to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
The stop made.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
At the 26-yard line.
Last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know what play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
On 2nd down, here's Carr. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. Jordan Phillips. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Carr. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. Back deep, Patrick Peterson. On the return is Peterson. So a good punt there, but a very strong 14-yard return. And the Cardinals, great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. Jet sweep to start the drive. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Second and 12. Out of the gun, here's Murray. This one complete to Devontae Freeman. It'll be a gain of 9, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
Yeah, Freeman was trying to work his way forward, but I don't think he got there. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be fourth down.
For the field goal, a 54-yard attempt.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe, and the Cardinals have the first points. It's 3-0. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was hoping for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's going to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Working from the gun, it's Carr. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. Shotgun now for Carr. Oh, got lucky. Trying to dump it off underneath on the check down. Nearly picked. Instead, it's incomplete.
Results.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they're going to have to give up the football again after this one.
Here's A.J. Cole now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And he powers his way up past the 30.
The ball carrier.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Second down at 5. They fake the handoff. Now Murray. Forced out to his left. He'll try and run it. 8 yards that time. Able to take off, and the result is a 1st down.
And there's the beauty of Kyler Murray, because we all know he can get it done through the air. Terrific right arm, and nowadays we don't even talk about his height anymore. He's shown that he can see downfield and make throws, but he also possesses wide receiver speed. He can call his own number or scramble and turn it into a big play as well. Kyler Murray, a dual threat at the quarterback position.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43.
Max Crosby.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Now Murray, he bootlegs it. They'll roll him out right. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. There he goes, left side. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. Well, you don't want to coach him, Charles, to stay in the pocket on every play, but I guess that's the danger of getting outside of the pocket, extending a play, and making a bad throw. Turns into 6 points the other way.
Yeah, sometimes when you get outside the pocket, your vision actually gets obscured a little bit, or you narrow it down too much, and you don't see all the defenders in the area.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Murray trying again after the pick six. That's complete to Williams out of the backfield. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some
Alex, questo è un bug, lo ha fatto a tante persone in diversi casi, cioè tu premi X per snappare la palla e te la passa istante al tight end.
Murray now to throw. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now third down. You know, last week I remember asking you, what would an offensive coordinator be looking for week 2 of the preseason? Now we're in week 3. Defensive coordinator-wise, what's he looking at?
For the most part in preseason, you're playing pretty basic stuff, pretty vanilla defenses. You're looking for guys that play with abandon, that just go out and make plays and kind of let their athletic ability take over in order for you to notice them.
Third and 2, and here's Murray. And that is incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on third down.
On fourth down, here's Andy Leon to kick it away. Maybe a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And this is their third drive. Maybe the focus right now not so much on points, but getting their first down.
And when you start off a game, you don't even think that's an issue, do you? But you go a drive, a second drive, no first down, that becomes an issue. Now you got to think about, okay, what type of play call do I have to do to get us in a spot to pick that first one up?
Henry Ruggs, the intended receiver, but it's going to be 2nd down. Second and 10. Throwing again. Carr. He's got it to Williams. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Complete.
Took him 5 tries, but he is able to complete that first pass of the game.
And could you hear the exhale all the way up here? Not just from him, coaching staff, offensive line, receivers. Now he's off the schneid. Can they get him going in a nice groove where he becomes a little more consistent throwing the football?
Yeah, because you miss those first 2, but yeah, get up the 0 for 4 range. That can be a little tricky, but able to settle in, hopefully.
Yeah, now you won't have any confidence issues. Now you can kind of get it back even with just 1 throw.
The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. From the gun, Carr. And he can't quite intercept it. Zone coverage, free safety was there. Couldn't come up with it, and now it's 4th down. Hey, a sidebar worth noting
che te ne sembra fino a mo' del gioco, delle sliders che abbiamo impostato, Ale?
I think, what did you say, the roster is going to stay at 90 instead of going down to 75 this year?
That's exactly right, Brandon, because in the past, just what you said, this game here, at the end of week 3, or game 3, you would cut the roster down to 75 and play game 4 just like that. In this case now, though, they're going to be able to keep guys all the way through. So guys who would normally not have a chance to finish out the preseason, they'll get that chance now and get more opportunities to get on tape.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked so well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Five yards remain on 2nd down. On the slant, complete to Hopkins. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 12 yards there and a 1st down. With these run-pass options, we often talk about a good quarterback and running back. Well, having a talented wide receiver helps also.
Yeah, even coming in 3rd in the discussion, sometimes that means he really should be 1st, because all you want to do is get the ball in their hands and let them make the big plays downfield.
After 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
7, Cardinals 3.
On 1st down, Freeman. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
Tackle made by
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Murray. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. These offensive starters still out there in the 2nd quarter. You would think the plans for them to at least play into the 3rd quarter, if not all the way through it.
Yeah, it might go by feel. If they have a really good first drive to start the 3rd quarter, they might pull them after that. If not, might leave them out there a little bit longer, but I'll guarantee this, they'll be gone by the start of the 4th quarter.
And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. From the gun, Murray. Able to find Isabella. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a 1st down.
11 on the play.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Going deep for Hopkins. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
Well, their first 2 drives only yielded 3 points. They might be thinking it's time to make something happen. Push the ball downfield and try and gain some points that way. Unfortunately, incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10. To throw again, Murray. And he fires one incomplete. Andy Isabella was the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
Partner, I think it's high time to get him some passes that he's comfortable with. Some easy throws, some completions. He's not even hitting to 50% thus far.
Well, certainly that has played a big role into why they are trailing right now. The Cardinals on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Murray to air it out again. The Raider defense strong on that one in coverage, and now it's 4th.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Gonzalez on for the field goal. A 48-yard attempt.
Gonzalez's kick is good, and they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. The results for them so far not that great. Well, not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts.
Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're looking at your play sheet, trying to figure out what you're going against defensively. I wonder, are they showing them something they haven't seen or anticipated in practice, and maybe that's throwing them off? Or do they just have to go to a different play calling section and try and run some offense that way?
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Took just 1 play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for a Las Vegas 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now a carry for Jacobs. They'll get only a couple down to the 44.
Josh Jacobs.
I know we can't hear what's going on in that huddle right now, but I'll guarantee you at least one offensive lineman is saying, my bad, we simply couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage. We've got to do a better job trying to root those guys out of there.
2nd down and 8. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. From the 44, Carr. And this this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Throwing his car on third down. And he's unable to haul it in, so it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field, and that brings up fourth.
Everything looked right on that play except the conclusion. He dropped it, an in route, going into a little bit of traffic. Maybe in the back of his mind, he was wondering where the hit was going to come from.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And you can't do it much better than that. This ball kicks out of bounds at the 4-yard line.
4-yard line.
The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
They'll run with Freeman here to begin the drive. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. Nigel Bradham brings him down.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Murray. He finds Hopkins complete. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. 15 yards on the play. First down.
The Cardinal first down.
Now they can breathe a little easier. Some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20. Now a handoff. It's Freeman. And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line.
He was taken down.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Murray now. It's Williams on the catch. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing now is Murray. They'll set up the screen for Freeman. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Shotgun now from Murray. That's caught. It's Dan Arnold, the tight end. Now he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
First down, Arizona.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 49-yard line. They'll run on first down. It's Freeman, and he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
On 2nd down, Freeman. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Throwing on first down is Murray. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
A gain of 9.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Murray a give. This is Drake. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Well, there's someone who's running the football with a big smile on his face, and that's Kenyon Drake, because you remember last year he was in Miami, wasn't getting many carries, not a lot of success, but in midseason ended up in Arizona and became a huge weapon for the Cardinals. 8 touchdowns the second half of the season, utilized really well. Big-time skilled player who can run it and catch it out of the backfield. He has finally found a home and a place for his talents.
It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Now Murray. That's caught at the 3. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. From 4 yards out. And the Cardinals have retaken the lead.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury. And it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. And he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fielded in the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
2nd and 4 at the 27-yard line.
Second and 4. Operating from the gun, Carr. And there's the first NFL catch for him who runs. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 15 yards on the play, first down.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
first down. Carr. They'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
For Zay Jones, incomplete. He was defended by Patrick Peterson.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Throwing again. Carr. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And that one falls incomplete. A 50-50 ball. A little dangerous. Could have been picked. Now it's 3rd down.
A.J. Terrell on the coverage.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. The final shot here before half for Carr. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Our starters likely to be out there for the 3rd quarter as we get back underway in this second half. Taken about 7 yards deep. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters, as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace, because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Freeman again. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Off the bootleg, Murray. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he'll get this all the way down inside the Vegas 20. A big-time play there by the Cardinals. 49 yards.
First down, Cardinals.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. And he slings one that's incomplete. Andy Isabella was the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
In any event, it happened pretty quickly. I'm not sure he made the right decision on that one. I think if he had it to do over again, he would have found a different target downfield. But he made his decision, and that one's incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. On the counter, Devontae Freeman. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
Here's Murray on third down. The Raider defense strong on that one in coverage, and now it's fourth.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow them to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let them get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up fourth. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
Carr and the Raiders come up first and 10 at the 41-yard line. Out of the gun, he'll throw. Got his man, it's Williams. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short. Good position to be in here, second and inches.
39-yard line.
Here's Jacobs from the gun. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Carr now on first down. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7. Shotgun now for Carr. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
On third down, Carr. And that will be incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And that is very well done there, as this will be marked out of bounds at the 5-yard line. Now, if you're a fan of punting, this game's for you. He's been out there quite a bit. That one may be his best yet.
Yeah, he certainly got his leg loose by now. It kind of reminds me of my college football coach, John Majors. He loved the punting game because he liked the positioning, the field position, and he loved to play defense.
Here's Murray back near his goal line. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. His throw incomplete. DeAndre Hopkins, the Pro Bowler, the intended receiver, and it'll bring up third down.
Well, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. Third and long coming up, back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to answer what he does.
Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to fourth down. Here's Andy Lee now. as he'll punt it away for the second time. And he's able to get it out of there. He'll take it at the 42. The danger of a punt that good, a 16-yard return. And the Raiders will have a short field to work with as they take over. Now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Jordan Hicks, 3rd in the NFL in tackles a year ago, there to make the play.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37. From the gun, it's Carr. His throw here is incomplete. Darren Waller, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and 5.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
His connection complete to Ruggs. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. First down Vegas as Carr finds Ruggs that time. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Working from the gun, it's Carr. This will be caught. Tyrell Williams. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
A gain of 5.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
To throw again on 2nd down. Carr. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
He was defended by...
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
Delay of game penalty. Ships him back 5 yards, makes it 3rd and 10. Now Carr again. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Oh, it's no good. Carlson pushed it to the right, and this score will stay right where it is. Down here in the third quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, and one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the second miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
They'll try to get the ground game going with Freeman. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Third quarter from Southern Nevada. Here's a 2nd and 10. Murray now to throw. This one caught by Isabella. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 12 yards there and a first down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Here's Murray from midfield. Finds the open target, Arnold. And he is across midfield from 149 to the other 49. A gain of just 2.
On the pickup.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Murray going to throw. And a catch made by Hopkins.
Murray's
only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. So they still get the completion even though the blitz was on. But the blitz got there. Does that stay in the mind of the quarterback the next couple plays?
That's what you're hoping for. That's what you're planning for. It's a little risk reward, right? You're leaving your guys on an island back there in man coverage. But you take the chance that you get to the quarterback. And so he gets completion here. Congratulations. Keep coming at it, and hopefully it pays off by the end of the game that you're starting to get to him while still able to cover on the back end.
And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
Now it's the backup Mariota. The open man here, run throw. And just not much to be had there. 1 yard out to the 10.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Mariota. He'll find his running back here, Richard. And he's going to lose yardage here back at the 8. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. The Raiders on third down. Just one conversion and 8 tries. Not good. This is 3rd and 11. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. And that is incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Now a fair catch signaled for and made right about the 43-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They've got a chance now to put this game away following that last defensive stop and punt. Drake will start the drive on the ground. Arden Key, the ex-LSU Tiger, there on the stop.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
On 2nd and 7, Huntley. Drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
Well, the great coach said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush won, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 7. And that will be incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. And nearly picked off there. It would have been a great time for their first pick. Instead, it's 2nd down. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Working out of the gun, Mariota. He's going to find and complete it to Renfro. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And it is incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Desperation time. Mariota on 4th down. That's into the hands of Edwards. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. Throw left side complete. It's Edwards. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
At the 45-yard line.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Mariota again. Looking deep downfield. And it will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. The Raiders on 3rd down. Not getting the job done at all. A very poor 1 for 10. This is 3rd and 11. To the air again. Mariota. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know, there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Again, it's Mariota. And it's incomplete. And Drake Kirkpatrick there on the coverage. Well, they've clearly made a conscious decision here to be more aggressive in the late stages of this game here in the second half.
And I get it. In this situation, you know, if you want to be aggressive out near midfield, you feel good about your defense maybe, or just, hey, I thought I had a proper play call. But how about the guys that just stopped them? How good do they feel right now? Hey, you want to go for it here? We shut you down. They're over on the bench right now feeling great.
Gain on the play. 2nd and 10. At the Raiders' 45-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Now Hundley. He'll rifle this one deep right side. But he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in the second half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
There is something to a game plan when trying to keep a defense honest with a guy with that type of speed. You do so. Send him deep. Try to throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Well, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They want a long one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, 4th quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
Now the 5th-year running back, it's Jalen Richard. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. Tackle there by Richard Lawrence.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Lets this go for Renfro downfield. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the rookie A.J. Terrell. They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Partner forgets starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that because that's the money zone. Get it into the end zone and make your cash.
On first and goal, Drake. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
They'll try again with Drake. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. They'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. 3rd and goal, it's Drake. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Calling a gain of 5, but still a decent ways from the end zone now on 4th and goal. Well, if this defense can hold them to a field goal here, what a win that would be.
Not just a win on the possession, but psychologically take over the ball game. But this started with 1st and goal, so they were in 4-down territory right from the beginning. I say you finish it off and go for the touchdown.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This a chip shot, a 20-yarder. Gonzalez's kick is good. And that will give them a 12-point lead. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Hunter Renfrow is the man he was looking for. And it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. From the gun, Mariota. Throw left side, taken in by Renfrow. And he's going to get this deep onto Arizona's side of the field. A big play there on the catch and run. 54 yards. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. That's complete to Richard, the running back. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game.
1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
Looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. They'll throw again. Mariota. Penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So they're going to decline that and choose to bring up 2nd down.
So did you feel like maybe this is just a mistake that they don't take the penalty here? Either that or they feel like their defense just cannot be moved on very well, and they'd rather go ahead and use the downs.
A crucial penalty there as the hold backs him up for another 2nd and goal. Throwing, Mariota. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Defender Canale, linebacker picks him. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
At their own 8-yard line.
The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. You know, some of those guys down there, if not all of them, are probably thinking it's preseason. Do we need overtime here?
Yeah, the people who need it and actually want it are guys on the fringe trying to make the team, want extra plays, get the attention of their coaches. But really, overall, no one involved in the NFL wants to play overtime in preseason.
But here we are, so seize the opportunity, I guess. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say good.